How many of you have had a fear of water? Have enjoyed going swimming but never wanting to go into water that you couldn't touch the bottom, or getting in water that you couldn't see the bottom, maybe Jaws or a shark was gonna come and get you, or feeling embarrassed because you were one of the ones that you thought everybody else in the world knows how to swim except for you, or numerous other reasons. So you may be wondering how a clear bowl is supposed to help me overcome my fear of water. Well, let me tell you how. A few years ago, I decided I wanted to overcome my fear of water. I wanted to be able to swim a few laps without stopping, or feel comfortable in deep water that I wasn't able to touch the ground and still keep my head above water. And so I started to take lessons. And one of the first things I remember getting, you're just holding the side of the pool and you're learning to put your face in the water, and then you're like blowing bubbles and you start to learn different things. And I'm looking over and there's all these little kids that aren't in my class, but they're being taught the exact same things that I'm having to be taught. Basically the foundation, the very beginning level of swimming. And so these swimming lessons, they were only a half hour, I think once or twice a week. And I felt by the time I went back to my next swimming lesson, I've kind of forgotten, or the little courage that I had built up. So we started to try to go to the pool more. And I remember trying to stand on the edge, and I wanted to be able to be in a pool or in water that I could just practice putting my face under the water and practice breathing. And I'd feel awkward standing over there blowing bubbles on the side like I was some little kid. And so I said, there has to be a better way to do this. And so I came home, I got a big bowl, I filled it up with water, and I literally started to do what I was doing at the pool. But this time it was safe, I was in my own home, nobody could laugh at me. My family laughed at me a little bit and thought, you are crazy, what are you doing? But I was like, this is what it is. And so I started off, first thing I did is I understood that my body had this natural reaction of water, this fear, physical fear that when you'd get in water and put your face underwater, that I'd feel my body tense up and just this kick into survival mode. And so the first thing I did is I would just put my face in the water, close my eyes, and I could feel that fear would start to come back. I would start to feel that panic. And so then I just pull my head out and look, the rest of my body's not even in the water. All that's in the water is just my face. And so that's the first step, is just get where you can put your head underwater, even if it's for a few seconds, and just leave it there and feel those emotions, like, why am I freaking out? What's going on? Why is my body having these reactions? And then get out. And I started just to do that. I just wanted to feel the reactions and that emotions that I was feeling from this little bowl with this little water in it. And so it helped me understand, like, these are real emotions. I'm not making them up. I'm not trying to hide from them or anything like that, but these are emotions that I'm having. So after you have your bowl of water and everything set up, I want you just to put your head in the water and just think and feel. Let those emotions come through. Don't try to hide them or ignore them. Just let those emotions of feeling, of whether you feel as if you're drowning, you feel it, your panic, your fight or flight emotions are kicking in. Just feel that and then mentally talk yourself through it. Pull your head out. Oh, look, there's only a little bit of water. None of the rest of my body is even in the water. Feel that emotion, recognize it, acknowledge it, and then literally stick your face back under the water again. And get to where you can do that for 15, 20 seconds. Once you're able to put your head under the water, come out and feel very relaxed and comfortable, then the next thing I recommend is you start to breathe. You keep your head halfway under the water, catch a breath, go under. You want to blow out the air through your nose. When you're taking a breath, you want to keep an ear and an eyeball, keep that in the water so there's not a lot of movement out. And just rotating for air, that starts to become normal. I would pick amount of reps or for a certain amount of time and really work till you hit that time. And then maybe try the other side, start going to the right and then start going to the left. And to be able to do this until it's almost like, you could do this for 5 or 10 minutes and you don't even notice what time's passing because your body's used to it. And when you go and get in the water, it's not going to be that big of a different experience because I don't know what it is, but it's like my face. When my face would get in the water, that's when I would have the most fear, the most anxiety or panic attacks that would happen. And so once you get comfortable of breathing, taking a breath out of the water, breathing out of your nose, is to almost as if you're starting to swim. You're pretending, you're not really doing, but with your arms, start to practice it. So then when you go and get in the water that your whole body can fit into, you can do this and add those other elements. Since I started this, I've been able to do 4 Olympic triathlons where I have to swim a mile. I'm not getting much faster, but I'm getting to where I enjoy and have more fun in enjoying that experience. If you have fear, this is a real simple way that you can work on overcoming your fear. It's been very empowering that I've been able to work on overcoming a fear that I've really had almost my entire life. And so I hope this little video helps you. If you have other ideas or any tips or knowledge, please comment below and let people know about it. And enjoy the water, especially if you live in Arizona.